hired a lawyer. This on top of the misdemeanor drunk driving and felony drug possession charges Lohan already faces. Let's bring in our legal panel to talk about it. Karen DeSoto is a former prosecutor. David Schwartz is a criminal defense attorney. And welcome to both of you. Good to see you as always. Let's talk about Lindsey, who's facing a bit of time here. I mean, she's facing some charges, and she could actually spend time behind bars. Look what's been happening lately in California, huh? Karen, what do you think? Could
now she's really going to spend time because everybody else has.
You've got Nicole Hilton now. Not Nicole Hilton, pardon me. Nicole Richie getting 4 days behind bars.
That's right.
Come on.
It's
Lindsey
kind of
next?
in now. So, I mean, if she doesn't, I mean, really, what will that say for her publicist? So, she's definitely probably going to do some time, because here now with the felony charges, the possession, the DUI, reckless endangerment of these two people, and how about larceny? I mean, she did take a car and she didn't know these people. Right. So she's really got some serious stuff going on here.
And though star status, though, David, how might that play into it? And you couple that with the fact that we don't know where she is specifically, but they say that she is somewhere safe and she's seeking some sort of help. That translates to rehab, most likely. Does that mean she'll see jail time if she's trying to get help?
Alex, from a societal standpoint, you want to see this defendant face the same charges that every other defendant would face. You don't want her treated any more seriously. You don't want her treated any less seriously. But she does get the presumption of innocence here, and we have to remember that. We don't know her side of the story. Right now, we're relying on 3 people who have an agenda. And what's the agenda? The agenda is a civil lawsuit. So we just don't know what happened inside that car yet.
Do you agree with that, Karen? Do you think it's a civil lawsuit? Because these 3 say they've hired a lawyer, but they don't want to take her to court.
Right.
And if so, what's the point?
Well, then maybe it's just to get a couple bucks. But obviously, listen, if you're getting a lot of media attention, maybe that's an option.
They don't care about protection. This is all about money. That's why you go out and hire an attorney. And it's very nice that the attorney gets up and says, oh, we don't want to go to court on this case. Of course he wants to settle it before going to court, because it's easier, and he knows there's a deep pocket, and he knows the deep pocket will end up
Alex, I think that they're excited just to be in the car with Lindsey Lohan. I think that was
what I'm
their
thinking. Yeah, these 3 guys. But anyway, let's look at the jail time possibilities back again. And we do have this history of late. You had Paris Hilton in jail. Right. Nicole Richie's going to head in for 4 days. But these are far more serious charges that Lindsey faces.
It's going to be up to the discretion of the judge. But again, we've seen it before. If you're under a microscope, obviously, you're going to want to treat them maybe even a little bit more harshly to make an example.
So how long are we talking about? Could it be years? I mean, is that what you think is possible?
I don't think that's realistic. I mean, he could do, you know what, Alex, something like this, because she's in rehab, he could do something creative, like give her 6 months, you know, most of it to be served in a rehab.
We're already at the sentencing phase of the case. She hasn't been found guilty yet. Right. And that's what I'm trying to stress here. She does get the presumption of innocence. We don't know her side of the story right now. Every report that you hear is reliant on these 3 people that were in the car.
One thing we do know, though, and I'm getting a wrap here, but it is her second arrest since her 21st birthday.
Okay. You know, so, I mean, an arrest is evidence of nothing. We have to remember, convictions...
she did make some admissions,
Convictions
Alex.
is all that counts. It's convictions.
You know.
And look, she's a troubled woman, and she needs help. You know, she may not have to go to jail, though, to get help.
I'll tell you, she's so talented. It just drives me nuts. Some people, they're so talented, just throwing away things like this.
It's a shame. We were just talking about that before.
Karen DeSoto and David Schwartz. More to come from both of you, so don't go too far.
Thanks,
Alex. And